Volo zoglo mai tigo. Volo ka Kwaku. Asi blue sifa. Vuto kwa mana la kokumo. Tongo kuidoku. Volo gala kokuji kokoko. Adivia utrejoa.
The late Kwaku Abliza IV was born on Wednesday, 24th July 1940 to Togbega Abliza III and Madame Klufi Agbeto, both of blessed memory. The parents of Togbega hailed from Menuapeme at Volo. The late king was a proud citizen of Volo until he became the overlord of the Volo traditional area on 28 December 1989. Kwaku Abliza IV was known in private life as Emmanuel Edmeston Deodat Aku. Volo, which is one of the 6 traditional areas in the North Tongue district of the Volta region of Ghana, is not only a fishing and farming area but also a promising hub for agriculture. The 32-year reign of the late Kwaku Abliza IV has brought a lot of positive development to the Volo state, which is one of the deprived traditional areas of the Volta region and the country at large. One of the major concerns of the late overlord over the years had to do with the deplorable state of the 54.5 kilometer stretch of the Japon Volo Mafi Adidome road. This important road does not only connect 2 major highways to the regional capital of Ho, but also to Accra, the nation's capital city. According to Kwaku Abliza IV, the road, which was constructed by the people themselves in the early 30s, has never seen any construction or reconstruction by any successive government before and after independence. Some of the citizens and motorists of the affected areas had these to say between 2014 and 2015, when some of them came face to face with the media to express their frustrations on the poor state of their road.
Now, as of this road, we are suffering several lots. See this car, right now I have the torches here and there. rainy season, we suffer a lot. You find it difficult to go, even to convey the passengers to Adidome. It's very, very decent, very, very hard. So sometimes we used to pass the Dadome road. It's very, very far. Sometimes if people are sick and we want to take them to hospital, in fact, it's worrying that the government and
Adidome moji commission ye koji darada. Fifila mi le gefia okoji mi yenye ke le dole lom. Kaka pouva glamienti le mo manyonyota. Mi si mota le gefie. Amon beva na beva kamiente ge emi no fobe. Mi kuku der government na pom blane mi na ba dra ado mo kecho nka chechepo gi ako ila Adidome la koji na jamo na mi na mo na nyo na asi agbeda o ndu na ba jami ha o mota agban basa o mota na kondo mi aflo adon ala mo wule gi.
In March 2014, the late Paramount Chief led a team of media personnel from TV Africa to travel on the said route to see things for themselves. Togbega's delegation included the Senior Divisional Chief, Togbega Kwesi Ababio IV.
Mola, ala fudanami, bugede woto na fea, nova wachina agbi malafia, even se mi toka mi atu mo mi ede mi pa o do po primi ogblomo ha mi te tu na mo ka pa yena.
Na ebe chija.
Na chija ha mi te e kwema mi te tu na mo ka pa yena. Eta mi chokuku de na government ya ba na jagba na akpele mi enti, le mi po mo eji. Na mate akpele mi enti a mi po vote premier do na ro in fact ala fudaga na mi le pe ya gbona. Na ma wa Mila vote wa Ghana. Nema wa mila vote wa Ghana kura. Na makado na me vote adi be mila vote wa go.
I'm appealing to the government that this road is for water region. So if rain fall, we can't go anywhere. Even if car has passing, they stop and then they will not go. Then they sink into the dish. So I'm appealing to government that it should come to do this road for us.
Mi pafu bukakaka mi wa vote ya awo mi na naka pamo ya tapo no no do mo fena mi nyala ka mi awo mo tetere no mi asilati amalo duomo mo amalo chimalo na mi be mi anu chi awo mi pa chi na mi anu eta mi lo kuku do na mi be mi akpele mi ati na chi jala mi pa mo kura na mi ayasi o mi asi blabla mi chi emoji alo ku mi anu fu pa me ke bukakaka ya tapo no vala mi ti mi nyala mi awo eta mi da kuku na mi.
Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV used the occasion to renew his age-long appeal to government to urgently fix the roads.
The road network, frankly speaking, is more than west. More than west. So when it rains, it's difficult to travel from Volo to Japan or from Volo to Adidome. And more also, we have other health center at Volo. When the people are sick and they need to be referred to another hospital, it's difficult for them to go to other Japan, Kosambo hospital or Adidome hospital. So the road network needs improvement. We need real construction of the road, talented for us, so that we can also join hands with our people around the area. When we're in the rainy season, it's also difficult because transportation of food stuff or going to market to buy food stuff is also a problem. The challenge we are facing here.
How long have you been in this situation?
Hey. It's really, from time immemorial, I can't give you a definite time now. From time immemorial, successive governments have been passing, promising, but still, the road is like that. Very long, from 12 years. 12 years going, when we started the work ourselves. Up to now I'm almost 80. And the road work is still like that. You can calculate and see the difference.
Speaking at the colorful inauguration of the Samsung Digital Village with Solar Integrated Solution Facility at the Volo Health Center on Friday, 24th April 2015, the late Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV reiterated his call for the construction of the Japon Volo Adidome Road.
With the provision of these health facilities, the responsibility of many traveling from far and near to seek help cannot be ruled out. It is in this respect that I wish to make a humble appeal to the government to attend to the road from Japon through Volo to Abliza to make it possible at least at the level and the health and ICT facilities to travel in comfort to attend them. I wish to express more on that because that is the only thing we need in not only but from the rather to Mafia and German.
The long-standing wish of Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV came to pass in November 2016 when the former president, John Dramani Mahama, performed a joint groundsbreaking ceremony at Japon for the construction of the 54.5 kilometer Japon Volo Adidome as well as the 35 kilometer Japon Podwe Abutia roads.
Here we are at Japon. The main purpose for our coming here is to cut the sod for the construction of work on two important roads. The first one is the Japon through Volo to Adidome Road. And as you are aware, work is already ongoing. The contractor is Messrs. Joshop Construction Limited, and he's currently on the road. It is 54.5 kilometers long. And so we're going to cut the sod for work on this road. Aside from that, there's a road that has existed for a very long time. And as Toby and Nancy said, they had given up hope that they will ever see this road constructed in their lifetime. And that is the Japon through Podwe to Abutia road. And so that road is also going to have shortcuts for commencement of work on that road. And so you can go through Japon to Podwe, come out at Abutia, and come back to Sokode and continue to Ho. And so that will shorten the distance. It is 35 kilometers long. And so today we're going to cut the sod for these projects.
The Member of Parliament, MP for North Tongue, and former Deputy Minister for Education, Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa, earlier reassured the chiefs and people of Volo during the 2015 annual Tubejo Festival that their several decades-old wish would shortly be addressed.
There were 6 roads that were begging for attention. 6 major road projects that were begging for attention before I became MP. By God's grace, at least 4 of these roads have received attention. It is left with 2. 4 of these roads, the Japon Fojoku Togoma Road, has been done. Miewu Amoma, Pato Dova Sogakopamwa, Iha Miewe, Miewunu. Podoi Abutia, Ho, Moa, Mieleji is about 80% complete. Miele Mapa Degoma, Sugakopo, Moa, Mieleji, contractor Edo about 65%. last 2 weeks, Anyakla Rose Minister, Mieva inspection, we were impressed with the progress of work. Fifia Asuso, Amo, Omamba, Joapom, Volo, Adigomamo, Plan, Afaima, Adikarimo. Last 3 weeks, the Makwa Abanoto Festival, Rose Minister have confirmed before this year will end, and I'm happy there are many witnesses here who were at the Makwa Abanoto Festival, when the Rose Minister confirmed that the next road that will receive government attention, and he said before the year ends, is the Joapom Volo Adidoma Road.
Through the instrumentality of the late Togbega, the people of Volo can today boast of a good road network that is promoting agriculture and trade in the traditional area following the real construction of the road under the current MPP regime or government. Even though the project is yet to be fully completed to the Adidoma area, Togbe Kwaku Abliza has witnessed it all during his lifetime. Togbe Kwesi Ababio IV is a senior divisional chief of the Volo traditional area.
Japan Volo Adidoma Road was not good, so he quickly called TV Africa and reported this very issue to them. And TV Africa and Togbe Ababio, Togbe Kwaku Abliza and Togbe Ababio and his linguist Ajohu joined car, taking the TV Africa, walked through from Japan Volo to Adidoma and see how the road was. So it was there they could see that the road was not fine. Through Togbe Kwaku Abliza's efforts, through our MP Samuel Okujeto Abrakwa, the road now is like asphalt. It's like asphalt because of Togbe's efforts.
The reign of Togbe Kwaku Abliza IV also saw the extension of electricity supply to Volo and its environs. This has also improved the economic and social lives of the people. The late king of Volo collaborated with the traditional council, the youth, and the entire citizenry to institute the annual Togbega festival, which is celebrated in the first week of September each year. Togbega, which is a victory festival of salvation, is celebrated in commemoration of the unexploded cannonball that attested to the invincibility of the deities of Volo. During the 7th decade of the 19th century, the Gans and Akim's Danish agents in carrying out trade with the Europeans in the Gold Coast met a strong and an irresistible opposition from the Riverian Volos on their way to slave markets at Bato and elsewhere for their merchandise, mostly slaves. On a fateful Sunday in 1870, Mr. H.T. Asher and Captain Glover in battleship SS Echo bombarded the town of Volo and other allied settlements. However, the cannonball that fell on Volo failed to explode till today.
Some years passed when they were trading the slaves, the Gans, the Kims, and the rest. They took the river, this river as their route. So anytime they were passing, they met forces on the river, so that we don't allow them to bypass and then send the slaves to other places. So one day there was they across the quarters with their chiefs, and then the governor in charge said that they should wage a war against Volo. They thought the people were coming from Volo, not knowing other people were doing it. So when they came with a motor boat. For that matter, they used a bomb to destroy the town. But because of the fetish that we have in town, we suspected that it is a fetish that do not allow this to destroy the town. So the same boat, they went on the river rider to America. The boat got there also, it got destroyed. If not because of the new Kosovo and the Pong Dam, we have seen the scratches of the launch that they took there. It was in the river, but because of the dam, the water has covered everything. So we believe that our gods that prevented this thing from exploding. And beside us, you see one of the gods, the Lumo, is one of the gods' house. You cannot enter. We will show you the other god. These two gods, we celebrate these two gods annually, up to 2005. After 2005, that 2008, we started with a new Togbega festival in this town.
Toby, was it actually thrown from Denmark?
Yes, because the captain on that boat, SSECO, the captain on that boat, I mean that launch, was Danish.
Though the government-led forces were periodically victorious, history has it that the warship SS Echo got damaged at America near Akuse. Some parts of the damaged ship can still be found at the banks of the River Volta at America. The crew on board the ship had to sneak by land and got scattered to their various destinations. It is firmly believed that the powerful and invincible Me and Lomo gods of Volo, which did not allow that cannonball to explode, were also responsible for the damage done to the warship so that it could not return to its base.
We want this place to be telecast to the whole world so that they change this place to tourist attraction. They should develop the area for tourist attraction. You can never see this in anywhere apart from here. We want to appeal to the Danish to come there to have a look. They wanted to destroy our town, but it didn't happen. So they to give us an assistance so that we can build this town in a very modern way.
Since 2005, the new Togbega festival had become a major source of uniting the chiefs and people of Volo, not only for the development of their traditional area, but also themselves as citizens. It is therefore not surprising that a music tutor, a son of the land and Manklalo of Volo traditional area, Togbi Awuku Avovuto III, always leads a group of Volo citizens to perform the Volo state song at the celebration of every Togbega festival. Togbi Awuku Avovuto III is the composer of such an interesting song. The late Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV believed in quality education and human capital development. As part of efforts to motivate young and brilliant pupils and students to aspire to greater heights, the late Overlord pulled a surprise to all and sundry gathered at the 2014 Togbega Festival. Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV suddenly called upon his granddaughter, who was then a first-year student of Dofo Senior High School at Japan, to read his welcome address on his behalf. Bernice Aku delivered a speech to the admiration of everyone present at the event.
It is gratifying to announce that for the past 2 successive years, we chalked 2 distinctive successes. That is, 1. In the 2012 celebration, chaired by Major General Kaumode, we positively launched the Volo Education Endowment Fund, aimed at supporting brilliant but needy students. 2. Just the following year, 2013, our application for a government community senior high school here at Volo received immediate approval by the Mahama administration. Shall we all, therefore with clapping ovation, express our gratitude to 1. General Kaumode, 2. Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, 3. His Excellency John Mohammed NDC Administration.
Bernice told journalists in an interview after the festival that the gesture was an honor done her and an opportunity to learn a lot more from the grandfather.
Today, I was given the opportunity by Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV, Paramount Chief of Volo Traditional Area, to deliver a welcome address in place of him. At first, I was frightened, but at last, I was very happy that I could deliver it very well. For what I read, we used to vote many people in power, but our road from Japan to Mafia Didome, Japan to Volo, the road is not very well. But as I read, I knew those are the things the community are facing and need to be solved by the government.
Another legacy of the late Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV was his instrumentality in the establishment of the Volo Community Day Senior High School. Togbega and his chiefs liaised with the landowners who willingly released 20 acres of free land for the building of the school. Through the hard work and the untiring efforts of the MP for the area, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, the school was built and subsequently commissioned by the former president, John Dramani Mahama, in December 2020. The school has become not only strategically sited, but also the only second cycle institution serving the entire Volo traditional area and beyond. Senior Divisional Chief of Volo, Togbega Kwaku IV, once again.
There was no any senior high school at Volo. So his efforts, he wrote a letter to Minister for Education that he wants a science school for his community. Through our MP, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, That time, he was Deputy Minister for Education. So the letter went to his office. Through Togbega Abliza's efforts and our former President John Dramani Mahama, through their efforts, the senior high school now established at Volo. That was 2016. The school was established. Now the school is existing. The first batch at the school had 100%.
The late Kwaku Abliza IV has been instrumental in addressing other relevant concerns of Volo. One of them had to do with the supply of pipe-borne water in 2021 for the people of Volo. This has gone a long way to prevent residents from depending on water from the lake, which had been a source of waterborne diseases for the inhabitants for several decades. The North Tongue District Assembly, under the former British Chief Executive DCE Richard Collins Aku, also supported the Volo community with a mini telecommunications mast to boost mobile telephony service in the area. On Tuesday, 28 January 2020, the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication, GIFEC, donated 10 brand new computers and accessories to the Volo DA Junior High School. The support, which came through Richard Collins Aku under GIFEC's Cyber Laboratory Project, was through the instrumentality of the late King of Volo.
I'm so excited because when you promise your people and deliver, it's full of excitement. Or most often than not, people promise in the heavens and they never deliver. But that's not a card I'm praying now. When I promise, I know for sure what I'm going to deliver. So today I've been very fruitful day. I believe that's the best way we can do to increase our knowledge in terms of the ICT platform. The technological world is coming to stay with us as a nation because we are part of the global world. Once we are moving from technology to technology, we have to be up to the task. And I believe strongly that teaching ICT is just a demonstration of a picture in a book or being sketched on a blackboard or whiteboard. This is the reality that we have on the ground now. That this school has been provided with a PC, 10 PCs with a UPS. We're going to add a projector and that of a printer to it. So internally, if the school want to organize internal examinations, they should go to their computer lab and print their question out. We don't necessarily have to send it to somebody. They spend so much money for print out of all their questions.
The late Kwaku Abliza IV would be remembered by several success stories he had chalked for Volo during his reign as the overlord of the Volo traditional area for the past 32 years. Paramount's two founder of Volo, XW1 Samuel Abliza, said Volo has lost a great man who always took the bull by the horn to put Volo where it is today.
I've lost a great man who actually took the horn by the bull to put Volo at where it is now. It's just unfortunate that at this hour, when things are getting good, that we've lost him. We are mourning our chief. If you hear of him, Abliza, Togbega Abliza IV, if you hear of him, you know that he's a great man who has contributed a lot to the improvement of Volo, and for that matter, Tongu as a whole.
The firstborn of Togbe Kwaku Abliza IV, Winfred Aku, spoke on behalf of his siblings. He was of the view that their father's greatness and positive deeds will be difficult to forget for years to come.
He was sick, and we have to take him to the hospital. He was in the hospital for 2 months. Unfortunately, we lost him. 20th of January 2001. In fact, we lost a great man, and we will never forget him. Anytime he meets us and he's in a good mood, he always jokes with us. And we will never forget him. So we thank him very much. The way he raised us, but we are about 17 in number. 2 of us has also passed on. We are now 15 now. We thank him very much for what he has done for us. We will never forget him. We will always remember him for what he has done for us.
Former DC for North Town and a younger brother of the Overlord, Richard Collins Aku, described Togbe's demise as a great loss to Volo, the Volta region, and Ghana as a whole. According to him, Togbe Kwaku Abliza IV was a brother and a true leader of Volo.
I would say it's a big loss, and I believe strongly he has been the center of attraction. As a paramount chief, he controls the entire town. We have 5 divisions or divisional chiefs in Volo. He is the paramount chief. It's a great loss to the people of Volo, to precise, and Volta region as a whole. And not only Volta region, but he's also a member of the regional House of Chiefs. He has played a very important role in the regional House of Chiefs because as a paramount chief, he represents Volo, represents Tongwe in its entirety, and I believe strongly he was part of the team that really worked to constitutionality. What they say in the chieftaincy issues, he is the one they leverage on to ensure that peace prevails. I'm going to say it's a great loss to the nation, Volta region, and Volo as a whole. We continue to pray that the Almighty God will shower His blessing upon the people of Volta region and that of Volo to ensure that His legacy continue to reign, to ensure that we, those who are left behind, continue to move all the things that He wanted to do, and that He has not been able to accomplish it. We, those who are behind, to be able to ensure that the right thing is done to His memory. I will say once again that it's a great loss to the people of Volo. We all, the people of Volo, including the royal family, we are mourning for our late paramount chief, a brother, and a true leader of this town. Yeah.
The widow, Grace Lodo, has similar sentiments to share about her departed loving husband. According to her, the loss of their son, Michelle Mauli Aku, in a fatal motor accident on the Japon Volo Road in 2020 has had a great toll on Togbega since then.
2020, maybe the Kapapa Afoku of Akpa, Robbie 2020, January 2020, 24, Okuku, Kala Okuku from Aba, Idabella 2021. 2021 Makutogo into Hanga Bapo, Afoku Viala, Boku Viala, Ami Vagba, I see Trollanti, if you're Tama Bubu, have you find your Hamalefa, Nalanya Hamalele, Alova Galashimata, Yakoya, Kosovo Koji, Viola Kojila Gama, if you are Valenti who may me feel, I'll be over the coin. If you go, she tobo, Wapamala, via Cortes, Gamaqua, will be Togbega, Agava Blamede, Camari, Ukayan Hachaning the car.
Bernice Aku has described the late Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV as a loving grandfather as well as a good leader and father for the Abliza, Aku, and allied families. According to her, the demise of her grandfather is too difficult to bear.
He was a loving grandfather. He didn't take me as a granddaughter. Rather, he took me as his own daughter, took care of me, placed me through school. I lived with him personally. We shared both good and bad times together, both in healthy states and then in his sickness. I would say he's been a good leader for the community of Volo, and then a good father and a good grandfather for the family of Abliza and then the Aku.
She recalled the honor done her in September 2014 by Togbega to read his welcome address at the annual Togbega festival, adding that it was an inspiration for her and other colleagues to learn harder.
I remember some years back, during our festival in September, he called me to come and give the welcome address, which I was surprised, but I had no option other than to come and do as I was told to do. It went on well. I was happy. He requested I come read that welcome address to show then those students who were in their house not willing to go to school, and to let them know how important education was. He always talks to us and gather us as his grandchildren and his children to always lecture us about how life is. We were heartbroken when the final day came and he left us. Till today, we're still wondering, leaving our grandmother, our mother, in so much pain, knowing very well we lost our brother, my uncle, his son, in a fatal accident last year, 20th January, telling us to all gather hope, have faith in God, and everything will be all right. Little did we know that within a year, he's also going to leave us. We hope to see him again, but until then, may he rest in perfect peace.
Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV, Paramount Chief of the Volo traditional area, you have actually fought a good fight. You were a role model and an asset to humanity. May the good Lord grant you eternal rest and peace till we meet again. Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV. Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV. Togbega Kwaku Abliza IV. Rest in perfect peace. Amen.